All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry I'm a day late, but we're off and running on week 3. This is the exercise that you're going to work on. It's not complete, obviously, and it is a little bit tricky. So just be careful with, let me actually maximize that. Be careful with these dimensions, right? First, you're going to make the part, this thing. And then you're going to make the drawing. So this will be our first drawing in SolidWorks. Our goal in making the drawing is to make it look exactly like this, okay? I'm not going to have you create a title block on this one, but I am going to have you place your name, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'll show you how to get a drawing going, okay? It's kind of a whole different little sub-software in SolidWorks, all right? But when we do drawings, we want the drawings to look very much like what we're given, especially with the dimensions. So notice that the dimensions are 3 places, hundredths. That's what we want to give. And they are ANSI style, or American National Standards Institute style, not metric style. Okay? Now, this exercise, they're missing a few things, like these should be hidden lines for the circles. And there's an extra line in here that I think they left over from the part modeling. So I'm going to show you how to get hidden lines in there, and I'm going to want you to get hidden lines in. Okay? It is cast steel, so you might want to make your part cast steel. And we'll go from there. And you'll see that a scale will show up. I'm going to show you all that when we get into the creating drawings. So I'm not going to spend much time modeling for you. I think you can all model this, okay? I'm going to go straight to making a drawing. All right, I'm going to make myself a little smaller and head off into SolidWorks. So here's my part. I need to name it, so I'll give it a name. Week 3, I don't know what it is. I'll call it Rod. All right, and I'll just save it onto the desktop. So you do need your part saved. When you get it complete and you're happy with it, notice you can see I just did this one in one sketch, and I'll show you my sketch real quick. It's like that, right? So I have everything nice and tangent. I got my tangent C's to show up, so check for that, right? It's all black, fully defined. You'll have to cut a keyway and you'll have to do a few more extrusions, but I think you're all going to be capable of that. All right, so when you get your part done, you're going to go to File and Make Drawing from Part right there. Now it's going to ask you a few questions. So I'm going to kind of leave it the way it is. It's going to use a ANSI A size that is 8.5 by 11. Now, it's showing it to you in millimeters, right? That's just the way it is. If you scroll down, you can find ANSI A landscape here, landscape, right? And that says 11 by 8.5. So that's the one that I want, okay? Now that it's there, this is the display sheet format. That's the title block down here. So if you don't want it, you can get rid of it. I'm going to leave it on so you see what it's like when it comes in, and I can show you how to work back and forth. Okay, so I'll say, okay, A size is good, 8.5 by 11. So when it comes in, it's got an elaborate title block area, okay? And then here's some views of my part. So I can start with one of these views if I want, okay? So let's see what we got. If I go back and look at their setup, it looks like they have it positioned like this and like a top view and a front view. They didn't label their views, which is not cool. We want to label our views. This is called orthographic projection if you've never had this before. This is a single view, but then this is projected off of that view. In other words, the left edge lines up, the right edge lines up, and then all the geometries line up, all the geometries. So we want that same kind of view. Now, they're calling, is they calling it the back? Let's see what they're calling. Oh yeah, so they're calling it the front right there. So I'm going to take the front view and I'm just going to click on it, drag it right in. All right, it decides the scale for me. Notice it did just a 1-to-1 scale. As I move my mouse around, I see other views coming off it. So that's handy. This is the other view I want, so I'm going to click and place it, right? Now, you're still getting views, so you can hit the green check mark when you bring those in. So it creates these views for you. Notice that there's missing hidden lines. This line is a transition line. It's this thing right here. So I don't actually want that, right? So in this view, when I click on it, I can see that there's different display styles. So I can go with this display style to get the hidden lines, right? If I did this display style, I still get those things. This one would remove those and kind of make it all shaded. This one is probably the one they used, right? Where there's a lot of extra lines. So I'm going to use this one. That's going to be what I want. I want those hidden lines. Okay. So I'll hit check. All right. Now in a view, you can always just right click on a line and you should be able to hide that edge. Darn, it didn't work. There it went. I must have missed it. Or I had to do it twice. Oh yeah, I had to do it twice. There's an edge at the bottom too. So I'm just hiding those out to give myself a better looking view. This is a better drawing than what you're given, right? Because these lines don't make sense, but the hidden lines, they make sense for these slots. You'll have another hidden line here for this keyway that goes all the way through. All right, very good. All right. So this is a drawing. See, it's going to be named the same, but it's going to be a drawing and not a part file. So it's a separate file. The way to bring dimensions in, we can smart dimension it ourselves, but there is a way under annotation to bring in the dimensions you used in your sketch. Just import them. And that's called model items. So when I click on model items, I'm going to change it from selected feature to entire model. And it's going to import items into all views. So I'm not going to mess with anything else. I'm just going to change it to entire model and hit the green check mark. Boom, in come the dimensions. They're never in the right spot. You've got to clean them up and you've got to make it look pretty, okay? So if I'm trying to make it similar to this, the 325 would be up above. The 2.25 would be here, right? Pull them around, see what you can do. Like you can pull this one up. This one can move around. This, if you pull it up, oh, it didn't pop up there. Sometimes that you can just pop right up there, but I might just get rid of it. So I just hit the delete key to get rid of that. And then I can go smart dimension. Oh, I'm missing the geometry. So yours might pop right in, right? So I think I will leave that one. Because my part's not complete, I can't really get my dimensions to be exactly as the dimensions in the example. But you want it close, like you want the 0.500 to be here and this dimension to be over here. That's what I'm talking about as far as getting them close. Okay, try to make it as exactly like this the best you can. All right, so that's good. The other thing I will want here, and you can, once you get going, you can drag your views around, give yourself a little more space, whatever you want, right? There is annotation. So under annotation, you can put a note. So I could come down in here and put a note and say front view, right? And I could put another note up here and say top view. So that is good graphic practice, right? Naming our views. And I would like you to name your views, please. Now, let's talk about this title block. It's crazy. A lot of stuff down here, right? We can't edit this. We can't get to it until we switch to editing the sheet. So this down here and these letters, they're called the sheet. So when I right click, you'll see that I have edit sheet format. When I do that, all this becomes blue and my part just is hidden because now you're just working on this format. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of a lot of it. Put a window around it and hit delete. Put a window around this, hit delete. Delete, right? Delete. And then I could, if I wanted to, I could work on cleaning this up a little bit. So, you know, I might take this and I might make it a different text size. Where is that text format? Right here. And this says use document font. So I'm going to click on that. And that's going to change it to a better size. Let's see if it stays. Yeah, much better. Okay. Any of this you can edit, right? Any of this you can edit. Or you can just leave it here. You can also sketch and you can add lines to make this very pretty, right? So now I have it more like I want. To get back to your drawing, you right click and then you're going to say edit sheet. I know that's a little confusing because edit sheet format is different than edit sheet. But when I go back to edit sheet, I get my part back and I can continue working on it. So going back and forth, right click, edit sheet format, that'll edit your title block. Right click, edit sheet will take me back to the part. And in the end, I'm going to want to do a file save as, and it's going to also go to the desktop, but notice that this is a drawing. It's not a part file. So as the part changes, the drawing changes. So those two need to travel together. If you send me a drawing file without the part, I can't see it. So they got to travel together. Okay. And what's very fun is when you go back to the part and make a change of some kind, like, I don't know, I'll go and I'll cut a hole in it here somewhere, right? All right, so now it's got an extra hole and I'll go back to the part and check it out. They're linked as long as they are in the same area of your computer in a folder or travel together. As you make changes to the part, the drawing is updated. Okay. All right. Again, sorry I was a day late. Had a little Bend marathon thing to do on Sunday and I knew I wasn't going to get back in time. So, but all good and we are moving on. So let me know if you have any problems or questions with this quick video on creating your first drawing. And I hope you're all very well.